Man, with this first episode, this season already has me hooked. Now let's get started reviewing the first episode of the new season of True Detective Night Country. Let's go. My TV show lovers, my name is Jacey from Jacey Flicks, and today we're going to talk about the first episode of the fourth and newest season of True Detective, titled True Detective Night Country. So before I do get started, please make sure that you hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay up to date. So if you guys are unfamiliar with the past seasons of True Detective, each season features a new set of characters, actors, and even a different premise. Kind of like that of the American Horror Story series, it is an anthology series, which is why I love shows just like this that do that. Every single season begins with a case and ends with that case, and the next season is about something entirely different. Now, this season of True Detective stars Jodie Foster, Callie Reese, Christopher Eccleston, John Hawkes, and more. Right off the bat, I noticed that the new creator, Issa Lopez, showcases a supernatural-like element to this season. Now, if you guys can see, like in the back here, one of the inspirations is from John Carpenter's The Thing. And at one point, it shows in the background when our main character first arrives on a crime scene within the first 15 to 20 minutes. Now, this season is about a case that all links back to the characters that merge and cross paths once again, like Jodie Foster's Liz Danvers and Callie Reese's Evangeline Navarro in particular. These two are, of course, our main characters, and they clash a lot, and they have some differences, but it makes the dynamic very interesting. So I love how Issa Lopez instills small, subtle hints of the characters of Ennis, Alaska, which is a fictional place in Alaska, by the way, just created for this show and this season, to build the world around us as we continue to watch this season. So the tone is not only dark, if you guys are unfamiliar with the past seasons, but also has a lot of adult content, so be prepared for that. It even shows a sex scene in the first episode, and even some bloody body parts and things that have to do with the case. So please be warned, this is an adult show for sure. Now, Issa Lopez doesn't let every character flat out say what they are going through or what their past is about. So you get these small little parts of dialogue with the main characters that shows a glimpse into what that character is going through or even what they are about. But again, you're not too sure about that, and I love that. So they're shown through some of their actions within that town itself, and it all accumulates to Ennis, Alaska, with it being a character within the story, which is something already that I love. Not only the horror elements, but the fact that this town is starting to really seep into the story, and it's starting to become a character within this environment, and Ennis is starting to become somewhat of a presence throughout this season. And I can tell it's going to be a force to reckon with, and it's going to all lead back to the case that they've started with. So before I do continue with my review, please know that this is where there are going to be some spoilers. So if you have not seen the first episode of True Detective Night Country, you are free to turn this off or even change it to another one of my videos, please, and subscribe as well. But anyways, you are warned. So one of the most intriguing story elements in this season that has me intrigued so far is how the case has foreshadowed what the season is going to hold. The tongue that they found in the research lab in the beginning, along with the polar bear that Detective Danvers saw at the foot of her bed later on in this episode. Now, this was at the same time that Trooper Navarro saw a physical polar bear crossing before her as she was in her car with that same scratch on the eye of it sort of kind of missing. Now, this has me thinking about what the case could involve, and I've also heard some sayings of people talking about how this season shows some of the scary elements because either the ghosts are trying to forewarn them or guide them towards the case. And I love those elements that Issa Lopez is putting in this. As I was watching, I couldn't help but think that John Hawkes' character had something to do with this previous case because he didn't want to give up the file that Danvers was trying to reopen and examine again, which of course brings in Trooper Navarro so that she can try to figure out this case again. And you could tell a lot of these scars have really affected her over the years. And I know it was one of the reasons why she was taken off the case, but it really adds an interesting dynamic between Danvers and Navarro and how they're going to be able to team up to solve this case. But then again, that could be a misdirection with the John Hawkes character that creator Issa Lopez wants the audience to think before the season progresses. It was one of those things that I thought of right off the bat, but I'm sure as the season goes on, it may not be the case, right? So it has me really excited. And either way, guys, this season has me hooked, and I cannot wait to see the next episode. Now, the ending of this episode left off on a great note with one of the ghosts of the victims that worked in the research lab that we saw in the beginning giving clues to one of the townspeople to where the bodies were located close to the ice, which looked like the bodies of the researchers that we saw in the beginning of the episode. But I guess we will have to see in the second episode how it all connects and who those bodies are. I know it's just the first episode of this new season, but I am stoked for the next episode. Let me know in the comments below how you guys felt about this first episode. How do you think it's involved to Annie's case? And what do you think is going to happen next? How do you think it will all intertwine? Give me your guys' hypothesis and what you think about the show so far. Don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay up to date. I'm so excited for this. Once again, my name is JC from Jacey Flicks, and until next time, I'm out.